Uno mas.
Hello there, stragglers.
Hey, what is up?
We're back.
To another episode of the NerdVibed podcast. It's been a while. Jake, I don't have this on hand, but you know what? I'm gonna go on the channel and I'm gonna search up when the last podcast was. What's your prediction?
Before I say my prediction, how fitting is our first podcast back, and there's an Animal Crossing character, which is now going to be our longest running series.
It's not the longest just yet, but
we'll get there.
It is on the way there.
It will get there.
I think well, first off, let me fucking figure this shit out first. Podcasting, and I'm on the YouTube Studio app. So yeah, episode 35. So welcome back. This is episode 36, apparently.
Season 2.
Pretty much. January 26th, is that right?
I was gonna say January.
Yeah, it was definitely January-ish or something like that. Yeah, January 26th. So it's been long overdue, and we're gonna do something like what we did with FTC, where the Let's Plays and podcasts are gonna be scheduled different. This is gonna come out the week of. I don't know which day yet. Probably Sundays, probably Mondays, who knows. But we're not gonna really wait and schedule them concurrently with the videos, because, well, even though it's dumb to do it like that now because of like what we're planning on doing with the podcast now with reviews, and the podcasts have always kind of been like, oh, what happened this week and what's current events happening. It just makes sense in my eyes to kind of just release them the week of, so it can be pretty much every week.
We have Crazy World for the real.
Yeah, which we haven't done in a while, and to be honest,
we might have to do one about a certain person.
Who?
That was on the TV show we both like.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Two of them actually. Yeah. Looks like we have two biggest losers today. Yeah. God damn. I was considering talking about that situation, but that's for another video.
I watched a more in-depth video about it, and because I was just hearing things and
save it.
Yeah.
Save it.
I'm not gonna, but I was just like, oh,
yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. So anyways, NerdVibed Podcast Unofficial Season 2. And today, well, first off, because I'm shitty at explaining things, what is the podcast going to be like now? We talked about it in the previous podcast, so like a update video, more likely, about what it's going to be like. And pretty much we're mostly going to do reviews of mostly like possibly shows too, movies, games, just nerdy stuff, and talk about new
discussion
stuff
too.
Yeah, the new stuff pretty much about whatever.
Basically, if you watched our podcast earlier on, that's what we were doing.
That is exactly what we're doing.
Yeah.
But, you know, sometimes we kind of run out of things to talk about in videos, so we kind of talk about like the goofy shit and the other stuff for videos and like Let's Plays pretty much. So yeah, we're just gonna go back to our roots with the Nerd Vibes, and we did this on FTC as well when there was a podcast there. So yeah, with that out of the way, we're gonna be recording 2 Nerd Vibe podcasts today, so you guys should expect one next week. But today's episode is gonna be me and possibly you reviewing Deadpool.
The trilogy, yeah.
Yeah, not the trilogy in this entire video, by the way. Just this.
We're doing one at a time.
We're gonna do one at a time because I haven't seen any of the other ones.
You only saw the first one?
I only saw the first one. Yeah. Because I wanted to stream Fortnite on FTC, but my fucking computer was wonky, and I wanted to figure that out, and I couldn't last night, so I just went to bed angrily. So, yeah. Yeah, there was almost not a session today, so that's good.
You just told your girlfriend, nope.
Nope. Not having it. So, Mr. Marvel MCU expert over here. When was Deadpool the first one released?
2016.
Okay, I did not know that.
I remember it. It was the first R-rated movie I went to go see.
Yeah.
Went with my uncle. Good time. It was sophomore year of high school.
2016 was quite the time period.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Distant.
Yeah, I was really excited for the movie. But,
well, since you had the very obviously first experience of even watching the movie when it first came out, I'll let you have like the first half of the podcast as always. And I'll talk about my half when you're done.
Oops. So, I mean, I haven't watched... I mean, these the Deadpool movies are actually... Last time I saw them, they were on, like, cable or something like that. Been a while. I did not prepare by watching. Because I assumed you were going to watch all of them, and I'm like...
No.
I'm not going to watch all of them.
Yeah, no.
Plus, I had my own movie I wanted to watch anyway.
Right.
And then like I finished that like really late, so what do you want me to talk about? Do you want me if I liked it, or do you want me to like what?
Well, okay, first off, let's ask the viewers. Do you guys know what happened in Deadpool? Like, no? Okay, well, Deadpool gets cancer.
It's cancer.
He is cancer.
Deadpool is cancer.
He contracted cancer. And so he fights people. But yeah.
That is the worst simplification.
He gets cancer, so he just decides one day, like, fucking, we're just gonna fight people now.
Matt just missed the entire conflict of the movie.
Damn, I'm just angry at all these people. I need to fight them now because I have cancer.
It's not Walter White.
Oh man,
not Walter White
really
action
bummed
hero.
About this cancer stuff, I gotta kill people now.
That's literally every like time a guy gets cancer in media is just they become the villain.
Yeah, they just gotta kill people from that point on.
Well, okay, so I remember the base. So basically, it's about Wade.
Yeah.
Deadpool. He's this basically like this like mercenary bounty hunter, whatever you wanna. And you know he falls for this girl named Vanessa, which I'm gonna assume during that call with your girlfriend you were like, oh my god, this is so us.
Yeah, she was doing that a lot. Yeah.
I'll take that over like Joker and Harley Quinn. Any
yeah.
being like okay, but
just fucking just the fuck.
Well, no, but they did have good chemistry though.
Outside
of getting pegged and stuff.
Right. Okay. I want to talk about that because like, ours has been a joke on the channel. That I've wanted to get pegged for the longest time. However, specifically by an older woman. Mel knows about that, but yeah, she still continues on to like joke about like, I'm gonna peg you when I meet you. And it's like, no. So when the pegging scene first happened, we both immediately knew what was happening, and I just turned away from the screen and I heard her doing a in the background. So I was like, Mel, no. No, thank you. And that is exactly how it go if Mel tried to beg me.
Yeah.
Exactly what Ryan's reaction was like, no, not this. No, not for me.
Yeah, so he gets finds out he has pretty much crappy cancer.
Yeah.
I mean cancer's all crappy, but
he's
man,
I was hoping for the good cancer.
Yeah. It's pretty much GG's for. Yeah. So he goes he gets like he goes to this like sketchy doctor.
Yeah. Well, he meets the doctor at the bar place.
Well, that wasn't really the doctor, that was the representative.
Right,
the doctor is the British guy.
Yeah.
Doctor.
Yeah. Ajax.
I saw his name tag.
I saw it right there. His name is Francis.
Oh man, the humor in that first one's just so good. But yeah, so he but you know, spoilers, but Ajax, the doctor, he's a mutant, and in this facility, their form of treatment is basically making people mutants for and then selling them off or something like that or whatever. Just some really dark stuff. And if you're not a Marvel person, mutants are like the X-Men and stuff, but they are like this like rare I guess like subspecies of human that have this rare like X gene that pretty much gives them superpowers, and it's only caused by trauma. So Ajax, to get that mutation out of Deadpool, he pretty much tortures him until the mutation triggers, which it does, and resulting in pretty much disfiguring him, and that's why he wears the mask.
Yeah, that's the point of the mask.
So, eventually, he breaks out of the facility, blah, 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 superhero origin story. Him jerking off in Crocs with a pony.
Yeah.
So he wants to get revenge because he thinks the doctor can cure his disfigurement. And that's pretty much the whole conflict of the movie. It's just he wants revenge. He wants
to find the doctor.
Yeah. And also his him like feeling bad about abandoning Vanessa for cancer treatment, and him like he wanting to say something, but they don't really meet until she gets kidnapped.
Right.
And yeah, pretty much, there's also a couple X-Men in the movie.
Yeah. Metallic Russian and
Colossus. Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah.
And Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Yeah. So, pretty standard, I guess you can say, superhero origin story. Superhero movie or whatever. But in the Deadpool twist of fourth wall breaks, raunchy jokes, and violence.
Right.
I still think I'll just say, like, overall, I think the trilogy is really solid. It's a really solid trilogy. I don't know which one I like more because I think they all add something, I guess, different that that like does its like pretty much separates itself, I guess, and like it's really hard to like do a definitive rank, I guess you can say. And I think it's just which one you think the best is completely subjective. Right. But I think the first one's very solid.
Yeah, I think the first one is the best one so far.
It's the only one he saw. It's the only one.
Might be biased here, but
I will say we played a
Deadpool game.
I think the movie handled Deadpool much better than the game, because in the game they made him a whiny little shit who like just could not stop making jokes, while in the movie he has some nuance and he feels other emotions and other being like, instead of just making jokes every like 5 seconds.
Yeah. And like the jokes were actually kind of funny in the movie. And didn't feel like it was from 2012, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, for extra context, we played the video game on FTC, and there were like only 2 or 3 episodes, and it's always going to stay as 3 episodes.
I got rid of it.
Good, yeah.
I sold it.
Get that wretched game out of your fucking household. We're not touching that game ever again, hopefully.
No.
Ever.
Nope.
So, yeah. What would you give the movie, or should you wait until I give my thoughts and then
how about you talk? I'll let you talk. I'll let you talk. You're the one coming in fresh.
Yeah.
Watching a 8-year-old. Oh my god, 8 doesn't. Almost a 10-year-old movie. God fucking damn it. I don't
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I don't like it either, really. Wait, 2016.
9 years.
Yeah, 9-year movie. Awkward. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know if this is a shock to anyone if you have known me from FTC or NerdVibed or just me entirely. You obviously, like, if you know the love with me, it's just I've never really watched movies. There's like a point in the NerdVibed era and the FTC era where I did watch movies, but in the last year or so, I kind of fell off with kind of trying to watch movies because I just had a lot of other things going on and just kind of like not in the right mind space to kind of sit down and watch like movies. Even though that's a shitty excuse because like I when I do watch movies, I enjoy them. It's just I have other things that I want to do sometimes, and I'm focused on other things. So I just haven't really had the time to really pursue watching movies entirely. So when Mel, my girlfriend, came up to me, and by came up to me and messaged me about this, you might felt like you had something to say. Like, do you want to add on to this?
I do not. I'm gonna raise it. So
Yeah. So yeah, she was like, my girlfriend Mel was like, "Hey, can we watch the Deadpool movies?" And I was like, "Sure." And I assume the three of them is just Deadpool 1, Deadpool 2, and Deadpool and Wolverine.
Wolverine, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you told me that the third one, I have to like watch other movies before that.
I think, I mean, not like that stopped you before because we watched Far From Home, No Way Home, which, you know, Far From Home really emphasized Infinity War and Endgame, so. But but the only thing was just with Deadpool and Wolverine, it was instead of a movie, it was a show. It was the Loki show. Because, like, the agency and the Loki show, the TVA play a big part in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Okay.
But that was the only thing, but I'm not gonna make you watch 2 seasons of a show to... They do their best to explain, like, what's up, but it's like... It's one of those things that's like... If you watch it, you'll have a bit more context, but the film will present itself as, like, if you've never heard of them before.
Mm-hmm.
Because Deadpool and Wolverine's the first Deadpool movie that's in the MCU, so... While these other two, you just need to follow the Deadpool movies.
Okay.
So that's why it's just like different.
Yeah, and like me and Mel are probably gonna use like the 1, 2, 3 movies site a lot. So actually, just kidding. We're not. We got it on Blu-ray. So yeah, we're gonna watch every movie on Blu-ray.
It's on Disney Plus. All 3 of them are
Disney Plus.
Yeah.
The Cartoon Network, whatever. We're gonna watch it on legal things only. So, yeah, pretty much. You know, I'll try and watch stuff on my own time. I'm joking. I'm not. But yeah. So if like I am thinking of watching a movie, then I will watch it on my own accord, probably.
Or his girlfriend makes him.
She wants to peg me. So yeah, like that's just kind of a thing that might happen. But yeah, Deadpool. I loved it. It's just one of those movies where you get to kind of just sit down and watch it, turn your brain off a little bit. And you know, it did a good job of doing the pace correctly, in my opinion. It kind of goes like back in time and to the present day in a good fashion, to the point where like it doesn't feel like it takes you out of like anything. It did a good job of doing that. So, the pace was good. But the first scene that you see, him like fighting Ajax, you're like, who is this guy? Who's this bald guy? And then like the movie eventually explains through like back and forth kind of situations, and you're just, oh, that's him. Okay. So yeah, I thought, the movie did like a good job of doing that. But yeah, overall, like a very funny movie. It must have been very painful for Wade to go through that trauma shit, especially that fucking tube thing. I don't think I could do that. That seems like, bro, imagine being inside of that. Torture.
Yeah. Well, just your oxygen just slowly it's like being buried alive, but it's like
yeah, that's fucking enough. So yeah, I enjoyed the fighting scenes a lot. And trying to think. I enjoyed the sex scenes a lot too. Penis sex, just yeah.
It was that scene was just so funny because they were just doing it on every holiday. It was just like,
yeah,
like when he got pegged on International Women's Day. It was just so funny.
I think the good one was like, it's between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Can I go visit in between or whatever, something like that?
I like the one when they don't have sex and it is just like Happy Lent. They're just reading a book.
But yeah, the final fight scene with him and Francis and the others, very funny scene. Very action packed. I definitely would recommend this movie for sure. If you like action movies or movies where you can just sit down and not really think at all. And if you like raunchy type humor, it's good for you. So yeah. I enjoyed the boobs. Anyways, I give this movie an 8 out of 10.
I agree with you. I give
it an
8 out of 10 too. I like the scene when they're like driving in the taxi and they're the bump and you hear the guy screaming in the truck. Just
that scene.
He's like, what was that?
Linda, what is that?
He's like, I took your advice away to kidnap them. He's like, I did not tell him to do that. He's like, I'm so proud of you.
I'm so proud of you. And that scene where like Deadpool calls him and he gets in a car crash and then it's just like the guy drives into the trunk. You just get so stupid. Oh my god, I fucking love humor like that. But yeah, I guess we both have given Deadpool an 8 out of 10. So yeah, I think that will do it. If you enjoyed, like the video. And we'll see you guys next week for the NerdVibed podcast. Bye bye.
Goodbye.